Would you bring like the nasal swab everywhere just to taste everybody you kissing, you know?
Absolutely not. I hate it. I've had it 4 times. COVID testing.
What?
And it hurts.
So what hurts you more? Not getting to kiss or getting nasal swab?
Get your nasal swab.
Hi, this is Frank or Shawit Uttamachai from the British Council.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm also from the British Council.
And we're here for the Learn English with FameLab, where you'll get to learn interesting English from a 3-minute science presentation or FameLab. So Matt, you'll be here with us today.
That's right. I'll be here for the next few episodes as well.
Yes, that's great to have you, and we also will be having interesting guests as well. So of course, let's introduce us to the next guest for this episode. So please welcome Manchari Sangmyeong or Masaman. Wait. Where are you going? Come back. This
Wait.
is not Paris fashion.
Can I not just walk past? Okay.
Okay, calm down and have a seat.
All right. I'm really excited to be here, by the way.
Of course, we're great to have you too. So first up, one question from me. Masaman, have you ever kissed anyone before?
Is that the first question you're asking me? Of course.
Ooh, share us some juicy stuff.
Well, I actually did kiss so many guys, but my favorite one is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Your imagination, of course.
Well, even though it's in an imagination, it's good for your soul, right?
But did you actually know that kissing, and especially in this time of the pandemic, kissing comes with a cost, with a huge cost, actually, and there's risk of infection?
Really? Kissing has that much trouble?
Yes, and that's actually what we're going to be learning today. So we're going to watch from Christopher from Hong Kong and his topic on kissing and probabilistic diseases.
I'm quite shy about kissing for 2 reasons, both of which are based on probability. The first one is a sad story. I have an injury, which means my neck can move this far to the right, but only this far to the left, which means the probability of me avoiding a nose-to-nose collision is only 50%. That's a problem of probability. But the second problem is to do with cancer, and again, that's a disease of probability, because cancer occurs when your cells grow out of control and they form a tumor or a mass, and the control mechanism is embedded within your DNA. Now, if there's an alteration to that mechanism through damage or mutation, cancer arises.
I think we heard the word I'm shy about right at the start.
That's right, yeah. So shy about means to be a little bit nervous or a little bit scared about something. And just notice as well that it's shy about or shy of something.
Yeah, and also we've heard the word probability and probabilistics.
That's right. So the probability of something is the likelihood of that thing happening or the chance of it happening. So you could have a high probability or low probability.
Right, so you'd say high probability equates to high risk.
Absolutely.
Right. We've heard the word alteration, is that right?
Alteration, yeah. So alteration is a very small change. And the way we hear it usually in daily life is, for example, to make an alteration on your trousers, like to turn up your trousers a little bit.
Right.
But what has that got to do with kissing? Well, there's a virus known as the Epstein-Barr virus, which is spread through saliva, and it affects an area of the body known as the nasopharynx. So when you laugh and rice comes out of your nose, the region the rice passes through from mouth to nose, that's the nasopharynx right there.
I think we've got some technical words here, is that right?
Yeah.
Epstein-Barr virus.
Well, yeah. So as he said, Epstein-Barr virus is the virus that could be infected by the saliva, right? I mean, like, not every kind of virus are like the same, you know? Like, for example, COVID-19 could be infected in so many ways, but this one is specifically through the saliva.
Matt, other than saliva, I think we do have other types of bodily fluids as well.
Oh, that's right. So many different kinds. So saliva, the liquid in your mouth, or there's snot. What's the technical word for snot?
Mucus.
Mucus,
yes.
So snot is informal, and that's the liquid or the green stuff in your nose.
Right, okay.
And the virus affects this region, and it can enter the cells directly and affect the DNA, but there's a more subtle mechanism. By infecting this, it kills the cells, and we need to reproduce them. And every time we do, there's a small but finite chance that there's an error in the copying of our DNA. And if that error occurs in the control mechanism, then the result will be a cancer. Now, for people from South China, we have a 25 times higher chance of getting this particular cancer from this virus than any other country in the world. Which means that when you say, because I'm worth it, I'm actually doing the calculation. It's quite a difficult one. I'm trying to use a dating-friendly technique, so I can use, for example, a nasal swab, and plug that into a portable PCR machine, which can detect the presence of viral DNA.
Would you bring like the nasal swab everywhere just to taste everybody you kissing, you know?
Absolutely not. I hate it. I've had it 4 times. COVID testing.
What?
And it hurts.
It hurts real bad. So what hurts you more? Not getting to kiss or getting nasal swab?
Get your nasal swab.
But the problem is it's only 95% accurate. So if I were to test and kiss everyone in the front row, chances are one of you is going to give me a deadly infection. So testing really isn't effective. And the only way for me to mitigate the risk is to modify my behavior. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. Now, this is one example of many of the probabilistic diseases that are a huge global burden today.
Wow, so many words.
There's
and
lots and lots of language in there.
interesting topics, right?
We've heard the word cancer, right? And also tumor as well. Could you just tell us a bit more, the difference?
Well, not quite an expert, but I could also tell you that tumor, right, is something that happened in your body, is the mass. But then when you have it spread, it's spreading through your body, then it becomes cancer.
So a cancer would be more dangerous types of tumor.
Yes, totally. Cancer is more cancerous and dangerous.
Right, okay.
There was one more word, mitigate. Do you
Wow.
remember that word?
I've heard it before. What does it mean?
So to mitigate is to reduce or avoid. So for example, to mitigate a risk, to avoid the risk or reduce it from happening.
So that's how the control mechanism works, because he mentioned in the video that the body is working as a machine to reduce or avoid the probability to
Absolutely.
get cancer. Wow, that's interesting.
Okay, so it seems like our body is very smart, isn't it? It can, has a control mechanism of its own to reduce the risks.
Think about cancer, stroke, heart disease. All of these are probabilistic diseases and they're multifactorial, which means the era of this wonder drug that cures a single disease, that's really over. The best method that we have of dealing with these probabilistic diseases is communicating with patients and with the public specifically about the statistics and risks that you all take in your day-to-day behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go home tonight, out of sympathy for my kissing plight, I encourage you please to think about your own risks and own behaviors. And above all, when it comes to kissing, make sure he or she is worth it. Thank you very much.
Wow, I would like to give a cheers to this talk.
So Musselman, what do you think about the performance?
Usually, we kind of get awkward to start kissing someone, and now we're getting more awkward to start kissing someone
It becomes
because
a plight.
first we don't know whether they want to kiss us, second we don't know whether they're possessed of the virus or both. Right.
Matt, what do you think?
I thought it was fantastic. I think the key thing for me was his clarity. His accents, the way he spoke was really, really clear. Even though he spoke quite quickly, his accent and his general fluency was brilliant, really easy to understand.
Yeah, at least I mean the key message here, beware when you're kissing someone. And I think that's it for this episode. So thanks again, Manchuri, for taking part in this video.
Wait, you don't gotta thank me yet because I am staying.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much for saying that. So we'll be seeing Manchuri later in our next episodes. But in the meantime, we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.